Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on, everybody? This is Joseph Conlon here tonight, Friday, September 3rd, 2021, with your AEW Rampage review right here on the Big Fight Field channel. As you can see, normally on Fridays we have a three-man booth, but on Wednesday we had the three-man booth. Tonight we got the two-man booth, myself and Wesley Williams. What is up, dude? That was a really fun 1 hour episode of Rampage, I thought. Really fun show tonight.
I absolutely agree. That was that 1 hour flew by in the best way possible, man. It's the same old with AEW, man. It's just whether it's 2 hours, 1 hour, even 3 hours, whatever the case may be, AEW knows how to give us quality content that just flies by in the best way possible. And it was no different tonight with tonight's episode of Rampage, the go home episode of Rampage, before we get to All Out in just 2 days, Joseph. 2 more days, and we are going to be watching All Out live on pay-per-view at the Now Arena in front of 11,000 fans in the Now Arena. It is going to be an amazing show. I cannot wait. I wish you would just go ahead and get here already, because I'm pumped, man. I'm pumped.
Well, these next 2 days of anticipation are gonna have me amped up. I've been amped up the entire week. We've had Dynamite, which was good. Tonight was really fun. We're right there, man. We're just, like you said, 2 nights away, and they know how to get you excited, man. That closing sequence, when Darby Allin hit that suicide dive on the 2.0, your team, and got right into CM Punk's face, man. I'm standing up. I'm standing up, clapping. I'm like, let's go, man. Sunday's right around the corner. Can it just be Sunday already, man?
Yeah, man. It's gonna be wild, dude. And I think, with all this anticipation and build for Darby and Punk, they're undoubtedly making this the main event, man. With all this build, this has had, the world title match, of course, has had build, man. But you talk about real, huge build. You look no further than this match with Darby Allin and CM Punk, and it goes to show me more and more that, yeah, they're definitely main eventing with this match, man. They gotta. They have to do it.
Of course. And I said on the preview video that obviously this match is going to main event. I think they should open up with the world title. I think that's a great way to start off the show.
Yeah, I wouldn't be against that whatsoever. Started off hot. Hey, they started off the very first episode of Rampage hot with Omega and Christian for the Impact title. So, why not do it again for All Out this Sunday?
I absolutely agree. Folks, we are going to get into everything Rampage tonight. We don't really got any AEW news going into the pay-per-view, so we're going to get right into the review here. But if you have not already, before we get into the review, be sure to go check out this week's reviews and videos here on the channel. We got Raw for Monday. Wednesday, we got AEW Dynamite, the go-home show. We're at 99 views for that review. We just need one more view to get to 100. And then the preview predictions for All Out with Gamers Goon and Indigo Uchiha. I really hope you guys went and checked that out. If you have not already, I will put it at the end of the video or right up here on the screen. In the review you're watching right now, that is at 89 views. We got 11 more views until 100 views for that one. So let's make 2 AEW videos over 100 views. So be sure to go check out those ones. Are you ready to Rampage, Mr. Williams?
Let's Rampage, Mr. Conlon.
All right, so we opened up the show with Excalibur, Taz, Mark Henry, and Chris Jericho on the 4-man commentary booth. And the first match was Malachi Black and Lee Johnson. And I was looking forward to this one going into tonight's show. They had a solid in-ring match. I thought the match was solid. How long was that match? Like around 12 minutes or so?
Yeah, about 12 minutes.
Yeah, they had a solid 12-minute match, but I loved the ending. The ending of this match was fantastic, man. So Lee Johnson's beaten down. He can't get up and all that stuff. Malachi just walks around the ring. He goes underneath the ring, gets the steel chair. He brings it in the ring, and he's teasing to hit Lee Johnson with it. And Malachi, he's talking to Lee Johnson on one knee. He gives the chair to Lee Johnson, and he's like, "Hit me. Hit me, Lee." He stands up. He's got his arms up like this. This reminds me of one situation in WWE. I can't remember what it was. Oh, man. I feel like it was something in NXT, but... it was with... remember the 2019 segment with Aleister Black and Nikki Cross? And Nikki Cross? Yes, that's what I remember this from. That was great. That was the night that they revealed that Johnny Gargano was Aleister Black's a secret attacker. But this got me flashbacks of that. So Malachi's just standing there like this. Lee Johnson's about to. He's just standing there. He's like not even standing up straight. Malachi doesn't even let him hit him with the chair. He knocks Lee out straight cold with a black mass. 1, 2, 3 for the win. After the match, Dustin Rhodes comes down, and just like with Lee Johnson, Malachi Black leaves the ring. That ending was fantastic, man. I loved it. Malachi Black has been so far a home run in AEW, and sooner rather than later, he will be a main event guy in All Elite Wrestling. What did you think about this opening match?
Yeah, this was great. I thought this was a great way to open up the show. I mean, Malachi Black is untouchable. I mentioned it on Twitter. He is untouchable right now. Nobody can touch this guy. I mean, in just a short amount of time, AEW has just done such a tremendous job of making Malachi Black look like just the baddest dude in the entire world, man. I mean, this guy, just from the entrance alone, that you could tell, like, this is a guy I really don't want to mess with. Like, if you see this guy in a dark alley, you run the opposite direction. But yeah, this was a great match. I love that Lee Johnson was able to get a little bit of offense, and he showed some really good flashy offense against Malachi Black for a little bit. But of course, as we all expected, Malachi Black was able to bait Lee Johnson in, and that I love the fact that they added that little baiting of Malachi Black to tell him, "Hey, Lee Johnson, go ahead, hit me with the chair. Go ahead and do it. I'm not going to do it. You do it." And then instead, just Lee Johnson just struggling to make his way up, and then Black Mass, that's all she wrote, 1, 2, 3. And then now it looks like next week for AEW Dynamite Live in Cincinnati, Ohio, we're going to be getting Dustin Rhodes versus Malachi Black, which should be a really, really good match. And I don't know if this is all leading to Cody eventually returning. We get one more match between them. That might end up being the case. But Dustin Rhodes, yeah, I love the fire that he has in this promo. That promo he had after the opening match. Love it, man. Dustin Rhodes knows how to deliver a fiery promo and just such a passionate promo. And he can still go, as we can clearly tell. And I think this will be a really, really good match when we get down to it next Wednesday.
Yeah, I do think Cody's coming back Wednesday night because same exact thing happened last year with Brody Lee. Cody Rhodes was out for like 5 weeks, and he came back. After Malachi Black beats Dustin, there's really no one else in the Nightmare family. The Gun Club, I feel like, is no more after we saw what happened Wednesday night with QT Marshall. But it looks like that Malachi Black is going to take out everybody in the Nightmare family. This leads up to Cody. This leads up to Cody returning, and I feel like they're gonna have a rematch, and it'll be it'll be in these next couple of weeks. It'll either be happening at the Newark, New Jersey show on September 15th, or the Arthur Ashe show the week after, because they have to stack up those shows. Those are going to be 2 really big shows, especially that Arthur Ashe show. So I expect Cody to come back next week, and he's either going to be wrestling Malachi Black on the 15th in Newark, New Jersey, or on the 22nd at the big Arthur Ashe show. Now, a lot of people are contemplating on what I saw online that is Cody gonna come back, and there's people nervous that he's gonna get his win back over Malachi Black. I pray to God that's not the case. You don't need to do that to Malachi Black right now. No way, shape, or form does Malachi Black need to be losing. This is a different scenario from Brody Lee in the Dark Order last year. Even though I was not a fan of Cody beating Brody for the TNT Championship, but that unfortunately led to an unfortunate sickness for Brody. So God rest his soul. But Malachi Black should destroy Cody Rhodes again whenever they have that match and move on. Move on from all of this, and let's pair Malachi Black up with Mox. How about we do that?
Yeah, I definitely don't mind. I mean, hey, Moxley's really not doing anything. I mean, he is facing Kojima Sunday at All Out, but I mean, Moxley really isn't involved in anything big, and he's John Moxley. He's one of the top guys in your entire company. So I mean, why not put him into a feud with Malachi Black? And Moxley, can take a loss in this feud because he's John Moxley. He's a made man. He's protected. I love the fact that we could say that about a lot of wrestlers in AEW. There's so many of them that can eat a loss in certain situations, and we're like, it's all right because they've been built up strong for so long, and they've been made to look legit and made to look like they're credible. It's a completely different ball game compared to some other companies that refuse to build up their stars and make them look legitimate, and instead want to go to DQ finishes a lot of the time. But I digress. But it's just refreshing to see so much talent get built up all at once, and it's no different with John Moxley. I think that would be a great next feud for Malachi Black. And I agree, Joseph, when Cody does come back, Cody should lose. I think it will be a more competitive match this go around because the last time it was a squash. But I think Malachi should definitely get the win again. I mean, Cody coming back getting the win for the baby faces, it would look bad. And people, would probably, find another excuse to try and crap on Cody Rhodes. And that just ain't right. And so, if you're booking this, if you're AEW, I mean, definitely have Malachi Black go over completely over the Rhodes fan.
Absolutely, you have to. Next we had the Redeemer, Miro. This segment was fantastic, dude. Let me tell you. So he's in there saying Eddie Kingston's not the real Mad King, all of this stuff. He calls out Eddie Kingston. Eddie Kingston comes out. First off, he says something like your God's fake or whatever. So you have a fake God or whatever, and he's on this spaz that you're not the God's favorite champion. God sent me to kick your ass, and then Miro was talking about all this. Whatever. He said something else, and then before Eddie Kingston, Miro said the word Redeemer. So Eddie Kingston, before they started brawling, he said, excuse me, drinking a can of Pepsi over here, but Eddie Kingston said, well, you're going to redeem these nuts. And that's a flashback to these nuts jokes, if you know that, right?
I mean, I don't think any human being doesn't know that move by now. So
this leads to a brawl with Miro and Kingston, and Miro runs away. Kingston goes after him. Miro knows this is coming. Hits Eddie Kingston over the head with the title. Miro then goes to attack Kingston. Eddie Kingston hits the spinning back fist, and then a DDT. I like how they're highlighting the DDT and Miro's neck in this storyline. That's basically the story of this storyline, that Eddie Kingston is going to go after the neck and try to hurt Miro's neck, because we saw what happened with Fuego. Fuego hit 3 DDTs onto Miro, and we've been going off of that ever since that match. I like this. Now, obviously, before tonight, Eddie Kingston had a small percentage of a chance, in my opinion, to win this match. And now after this segment, I feel like he's got a less percentage chance, and Eddie Kingston should not be winning the championship on Sunday, and Miro should still be the TNT champion. But this was a great segment. I like these small segments like this because it gives you that last effort attempt to get you to care about the match. They did that with Lance Archer, and unfortunately, the match did not live up. I think this one is, though. You're going to have a hot Chicago crowd. Eddie Kingston is fucking over, man. Let me tell. And then Miro, he's over as well. I feel like this will be a great match, unlike the Lance Archer match. What did you think about this?
Yeah, this was an awesome segment. Great last ditch effort to get people excited for Kingston versus Miro for the TNT title on Sunday. The Redeem These Nuts line, I mean, you got to put that on a t-shirt now. I feel like AEW has to get a t-shirt out. Because they make a t-shirt out of anything these days, man. I mean, like, why not put Redeem These Nuts on there? I'm sure that will sell out quite a bit with all the Eddie Kingston fans in the crowd. But, yeah, this is going to be a great match. I think this TNT title match, this go-around, will be a successful one. I don't think anybody's going to be disappointed. I mean, and Eddie Kingston, like you said, man, he's super over. He's one of the most over guys in the company, and he's a master class of a promo, man. You talk about one of the best promos in wrestling. I mean, look no further than Eddie Kingston, you know. And Miro in his own right, I mean, the fact that Miro has been able to be more creatively free, you know, he's shown more personality than he was ever able to show in WWE, really. I mean, I'm happy that he's been able to express himself more and actually get, you know, a little bit better promos in his own right. But the God's favorite champion gimmick. I mean, all of this is so good. And I love the fact that they're paying the attention to detail with the neck, man. That's attention to detail. And there's one thing I truly adore about pro wrestling is the attention to detail. It's happened a lot over the years in pro wrestling and certain storylines, and it's no different here. I love it so much. And, you know, it reminds me of like you're playing a video game going against like a final boss, and it's like, what's their one weakness? The neck, and they'll highlight that in the video game. And so it's kind of like you know, going hand in hand here with this pro wrestling storyline here with Kingston and Miro. And also it highlights our boy Fuego del Sol. I mean, gotta put over Fuego, man. Fuego's one of the hottest guys in pro wrestling, so you gotta put him over. That tornado DT, the best tornado DDT in the business. Do not ever forget that, folks. But yeah, this is gonna be a great showdown, man. I can't wait. These two guys are gonna destroy each other, and I'm gonna love every second of it.
2-on-1 handicap match. My girl, Chris Statlander, 2-on-1 against Jamie Hayter and Rebel. I really did not care about this match at all, but it was a last-ditch effort to get you excited for the Chris Statlander Britt Baker match. I think it's going to be a great match. This match here, it was whatever. The one spot I will highlight, though, was when Rebel was on the shoulders of Chris Statlander, and then she had Jamie Hayter in a body slam position. That was awesome. That was a great spot right there. Really goes to show you how strong Chris Statlander is. She really is in the best shape of her life right now ever since her injury. And I don't think she's lost a match, has she?
Nope, she's undefeated.
Oh, wow. Well, she's about to lose a match on Sunday, so this match was fine. Britt Baker gets Jamie Hayter out of harm's way. They sacrifice poor Rebel to Chris Statlander. She taps out, and they go in a 3-on-1 beatdown. Red Velvet comes out, and they all run away from Red Velvet, as if Red Velvet is some threat. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. I gotta say as well, before the Rampage tapings, there was a match apparently between Red Velvet and a women's wrestler. I think her name's Sky Blue.
Sky Blue.
Apparently, they had a very good match. Sky Blue's from Chicago. Red Velvet got booed again. And Red Velvet won. And then after the match, Tony Khan came out and asked Sky Bell for a spot in the Women's Casino Battle Royal on Sunday. Obviously, she took it. And yesterday, Riho got added into the Casino Battle Royal. So, with the addition of Sky Blue, I think we have 21 women in this Casino Battle Royal. So, what does that leave Ruby Soho? Is she going to attack somebody and take their spot in the Battle Royal?
Well, I think what I was thinking, and some other people were speculating, was Rebel would be somehow taken out. She wouldn't be able to compete in the women's battle royal, so that leaves a spot open for Ruby Soho to come in and possibly be the Joker in the match. So maybe that's something they'll do. I mean, if anybody I feel like is going to be taken out of this match, I feel like Rebel is kind of like the most likely candidate out of all the other women you have. So we'll see what happens, but I just can't not see Ruby Soho showing up Sunday. You know, I mean, Tony Khan's promising some big surprises. I know he's gonna, save probably a couple or at least one for Arthur Ashe on September 22nd. But I mean, we got a couple of surprises coming for All Out on Sunday, so we got some stuff to look forward to. And I feel like Ruby Soho is bound to be one of those surprises. And there's reports going out that she's expected to show up in AEW at any time really now. I think her 90 days, if it's not already up, it's right about to be up. So, but yeah, we'll see what happens. I think somebody's gonna get taken out though. And we're gonna see Ruby Soho on Sunday.
Yeah, she's been posting vignettes for weeks now, leading up to this. And at the end of her video this week, the end of the video says destination and 7 blank spots. So Chicago is a 7-letter word. So I think she's showing up. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. But what'd you think of this match?
Yeah, it did its job, and I think it did its job with flying colors because Chris Statlander looked great in this match, and that was the whole point, to make her look really strong going into her women's title match with Britt Baker Sunday. And I'm honestly really looking forward to her and Britt Baker locking up. I think this will I think people are, it's like a sleeper match on the card. I feel like these two women are really going to surprise us on Sunday and deliver a really, really solid match. Chris Statlander's looked amazing since she's come back from injury, and Britt Baker's is getting better and better as the weeks go by, man. I mean, you talk about probably the most over female in all of pro wrestling. I mean, Britt Baker, I think, should be on the top of that list, man. I mean, I don't think there's any other female right now that's more over than Britt Baker, really. I mean, she's gotten 3 letters over with DMD. I mean, every time she shows up, people go absolutely crazy. I mean, heck, I mean, people are booing her opponents now, man. It doesn't even have to be in Pittsburgh. I mean, everywhere she goes, it's like whoever Britt Baker faces, like, they're gonna boo them, and Red Velvet, wrestling in Chicago tonight, getting booed again. It's like Red Velvet's she's not really getting much favors these days, but Red Velvet will be fine. She's got a bright future ahead of her. But I'm looking forward to this women's title match. And Chris Statlander looked great tonight, and that was the whole point. And I think AEW did a successful job with that.
Yeah, did you realize when Justin Roberts introduced Britt Baker, usually they say Britt Baker DMD, but he just said Britt Baker, and the crowd said DMD.
I love that. I love that. Yeah, that was great. I mean, it goes to show you how, and AEW knows how over those 3 letters are. So they're like, you know what, we're gonna let the Chicago crowd do their thing with the 3 letters. So there you have it.
Absolutely. So, we got some match announcements. Obviously, All Out is on Sunday, but the fallout from All Out, we got Malachi Black versus Dustin Rhodes, and we got to have Jon Moxley in his hometown of Cincinnati Wednesday night on Dynamite. And then next week on Rampage, we're going to get the match we were supposed to get on Sunday, but we're getting it next week on Rampage. Pac versus Andrade El Idolo. I don't care what else is on that card. This match needs 20 minutes. Have this match main event the show next week.
Absolutely, man. I couldn't agree more. I mean, this is a match we were highly anticipating. It was one of the matches I was most looking forward to this Sunday, and unfortunately, we're not going to get it. But no worries. It's next Friday night on Rampage. We are getting it one-on-one. Pac versus Andrade El Idolo. And, man, what a matchup that is going to be, man. I mean, I think AEW is, well aware. People were very disappointed to hear the match was happening Sunday, so I think they're really going to deliver even more so next Friday on Rampage. It's already, I mean, just that one match alone makes the entire Rampage episode look must see, and I cannot wait to tune in.
Absolutely, man. And I feel like that makes my idea of the Lucha Bros joining Andrade very possible, because I will say it again. We could talk about this for a little bit. Um, this storyline with Death Triangle and Andrade, it's basically Andrade wanting the Lucha Bros because they haven't gotten the job done with Pac since they should be tag team champions. Now Sunday, we know they're going to be in that cage. They're going to get their tag team title match. They should not. I don't think they're going to win the tag team titles on Sunday, because that's going to lead to them turning on Pac and joining on Andrade next Friday.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's becoming more obvious now that like the Young Bucks are going to retain Sunday. It makes more sense to do it though, because it wouldn't make sense for the Lucha Brothers to win the tag titles and then turn on Pac, because it's like, why would you turn on Pac when you've won the gold like alongside him? So if they lose Sunday, which is what I'm predicting, then you have all the more reason for the Lucha Brothers to abandon Pac, join Andrade, and Andrade opens up their eyes and realize, hey, we're not winning with Pac. Let's go over to this side where Andrade and Chavo Guerrero are, and let's go with them, and they should help us win. And what a dangerous force that will be, man. Andrade and the Lucha Brothers, man. My goodness. I mean, we thought Pac and the Lucha Brothers were real dangerous, man. Andrade and the Lucha Brothers, man, that is quite a dangerous stable, if you do ask me. And but it's gonna be awesome to see this and develop. But yeah, I mean, it's becoming more clear that the Young Bucks are going to retain Sundays. As much as it pains me to not see the Lucha Brothers win the tag titles, their time will certainly come. And there's another tag team that has got their eyes on those tag titles, and I think we're going to be getting a very special match September 22nd, where we will see the Young Bucks finally drop those AEW tag team titles.
The main event of tonight's show, Darby Allin versus Daniel Garcia. This guy's everywhere, man. He was on an independent show last night. He's wrestling Darby Allin tonight. I think he's wrestling Josh Alexander tomorrow on New Japan Strong. I mean, this dude's everywhere, man. Good for Daniel Garcia. We're now 4 weeks into Rampage, and Daniel Garcia has the most main events. I guess that goes to show you how high Tony Khan and AEW is on this guy. When's that Daniel Garcia is All Elite graphic coming?
For real, man. I mean, we already got 2.0. They're All Elite, so I mean, we got to get a Daniel Garcia's All Elite graphic. I mean, it's got to happen, man. I mean, it's again, we talked about it many times before, man. I mean, Tony Khan has done such a great job of highlighting both 2.0 and Daniel Garcia. It's just great to see Tony Khan just building the future more and more with all this hungry young talent they have. Daniel Garcia, again, 22 years old, man. He's all over the place, wrestling Josh Alexander, wrestling Darby Allin. I mean, he's everywhere, man. New Japan, whether it's AEW. I mean, this guy will be anywhere you can find him, and he's always ready to pick a fight. And I really enjoy it, man. And I really enjoyed this main event here with Darby Allin. This was very solid. Darby Allin nearly killing himself on the outside, going over the table into the barricade. My goodness, man, you got a big time match with CM Punk in 2 days, and you still don't care about your body. So you know what? I'm still just gonna put my body through a lot of pain. Screw it. And I enjoyed Punk on commentary. I like that he was just being, very natural, just being himself. And man, the sight of him and Jericho sitting next to each other in AEW at the commentary booth, man. Going back in time to their classic feud in WWE, I believe it was back in 2013 when Jericho kept taunting Punk with the alcohol. I mean, what a great feud that was. Man, I feel like that's a very underrated feud. I feel like not enough people mention how excellent that feud was when Jericho and Punk butted heads back at that time. But man, seeing them both together in AEW, it's just quite a sight. And great main event here. Daniel Garcia got a lot of offense in on Darby, but in the end, as we all predicted, Darby Allin was able to get the win over Daniel Garcia. And then of course, Punk came to the rescue after 2.0, tried to attack Darby and Sting, and then we got that final stare down. Punk, Darby Allin, the final stare down before we get to their big time match Sunday, man. I couldn't be more excited. CM Punk first match in 7 years. Also, I love the little detail in the match tonight that Darby Allin did one of CM Punk's classic moves with the Pepsi twist, doing a little callback to one of CM Punk's classic moves. And CM Punk smiling on commentary, being like, "All right, I see you. All right, you want to do that?" And man, I'm gonna say this right now. I really hope CM Punk breaks out the Pepsi plunge on Sunday, man. If you don't know about that move, go back and watch his Ring of Honor matches. That was used to be one of his old finishing moves back on the Indies. The Pepsi plunge, man, is a devastating top rope move. And the man, with AEW, they'll allow it for sure, man. WWE wouldn't allow it, but AEW, they're gonna allow it. So I really hope. I'm going to just call it right now. I really hope we see the Pepsi plunge being pulled out this Sunday in their match, man. That would get a massive pop from the Chicago crowd.
Absolutely. I agree with everything you said. Really good match. Really good main event. And Darby Allin wins with the Last Supper. Wes, before we get out of here, I need your really quick and brief all-out predictions right now.
Predictions really quick. Okay. Got to think about those matches. Let's see. Let's do the women's battle royal. Okay. So Joker card. I got
the buy-in.
Oh, that's right. 10-man tag. Gotta do the 10-man tag. I forgot. I keep forgetting that match is happening. 10-man tag. I'll say HFO wins. Whatever. So the women's battle royal. Joker card. I got Ruby Soho. Who wins? So I see some people saying Thunder Rosa. I feel like it'd be a little too soon. I think that's a match you want to really build up a little longer. But if I had to pick, I'll do a little bit of a wild card pick. I'll say Ty Conti wins. Your girl Ty Conti, Joseph. I'll say she wins the women's battle royal. She gets a shot at Britt Baker, I think that would be a great match to build up for, heck, maybe a Dynamite. Maybe you could build it for the Arthur Ashe show. Who knows, But I'll go with that. Chris Statler and Britt Baker. Gotta go with my girl Britt Baker. She's retaining the AEW Women's title. Young Bucks, Lucha Brothers, Steel Cage. What a freaking match that is going to be. But I got the Young Bucks retaining the AEW World Tag Team titles. The Kenny Omega, Christian Cage for the AEW World title. I got Kenny Omega retaining the AEW World Championship. Paul White versus QT Marshall. The most anticipated match in AEW history. Paul White picks up the W over QT Marshall. Let's see. What else do we got? I'm trying to think. What else match? I'm trying to make sure I'm not forgetting a match.
Kojima and Mox.
Moxley wins. I got Moxley over Kojima. Miro and Eddie Kingston for the TNT title. I got Miro retaining the TNT Championship. Let's see, I believe the only match we might have now is Darby and Punk, I believe. So Darby versus CM Punk hopefully will be the main event. I got my boy CM Punk, the hometown hero himself, picks up the win over Darby Allin, his first match in 7 years.
You forgot Jericho and MJF.
That's right. So there was one more match. My bad. The final fight, Jericho MJF. It's kind of a tough call, man. It's a bit of an unpredictable match, but I'm going to go with MJF. I feel like MJF is just ultimately the right decision to go with. Even though he's won 3 times over Jericho, MJF should get that 4th win and should really solidify himself as the next generation and the next future star in this business.
I disagree. Jericho's not leaving yet.
Really? Okay. Well, we differ in opinion there, but that's okay though. That's what makes pro wrestling fun. Not everybody. We don't have to agree on everything, but we can still respect each other at the end of the day.
Yeah, and you will respect QT Marshall Wednesday night after.
I'll respect him real good. Just make sure the match is no more than 2 minutes, and you will not hear a single complaint out of me. So AEW, if you're listening, go according to plan and no more than 2 minutes, and I will be a happy camper.
Oh, man. That's going to wrap up the Rampage review here on the channel. If you guys have not already, be sure to subscribe to the Big Fight Fuel channel for the huge all-out review Sunday night here on the channel, where this man is going to be on the review with me Sunday night. You're going to want to tune into that review, man. Be sure you do. Comment down below your thoughts about tonight's episode of AEW Rampage. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Colin_Joseph. Hit the like button if you like what you heard from me. And Wes, where can they follow you on your socials, my friend?
You already know, big_Wes18. That's BIG_WES18. Follow me on Twitter. I talk about AEW Dynamite every single Wednesday. And of course, whether it's on Twitter or on here, I'm talking about it. And of course, you already know I'm talking about AEW Rampage on Twitter and right here on Big Five Feel. No Cameron Johnson tonight. Cameron, we missed you. We love you, buddy. And we can't wait to have you back on the channel for next Friday's edition of AEW Rampage. And what a way to come back with Pac versus Andrade being the first match announced for next Friday's episode of Rampage. I mean, that already makes the whole show right there. But yeah, follow me on my socials, and you already got my all-out preview and predictions right here on the Rampage review. And Joseph, all that's left is All Out. 2 more days, man. All Out. 11,000 strong, now arena. Let's get right to it, man. I cannot wait for Sunday night. I cannot wait to talk about it, whether it's on Twitter or on here, man. We're going to be talking about it. So, folks, hit the like button, comment down below. What was your favorite part about AEW Rampage night? Are you just as amped as myself and Joseph Conlon are for Sunday night? AEW All Out. Make sure to subscribe to Big Five Field. Get that subscriber count up for All Out weekend, and it is going to be a great time, folks. I mean, pro wrestling is alive and well in 2021, and I cannot wait for Sunday night. Make sure you tune in.
Yes, sir. I can't wait, man. You guys have a good night. Stay safe. And we will see you Sunday night for the big all-out review here on the channel. It could very well be the pay-per-view of the year. Have a good night.